Hello viewers, I'm SB, and this is Mutant Year Zero Road to Eden. It's a squad tactics game, sort of in the vein of XCOM a little bit, but it has some interesting ideas about how to apply stealth and how to merge like real-time exploration gameplay with the turn-based stuff that I think is pretty cool. And also, I really dig the character designs. This right here, this duck man with a top hat on, this is like top 10 characters of the year for me, just based on this image. So I want to, before we get started here, thank Funcom for the press copy of the game. And without further ado, let's just get right in here, shall we? Now, we are going to be playing the game on very hard, because it says this is the intended experience. I usually try to do my best to play the game the way the developer intended here. So enemies will deal a lot of damage. We don't regenerate health after combat. We don't get our skill cooldowns back after combat. I mean, we'll see what effect these things actually have on the game. And, I mean, what the heck. As long as we're going hard, let's go hard, right? Oh! Alright, I dig that. That's pretty cool. No manual saves, autosave after every combat turn. Okay, if I get us all killed, then I guess we can come back here and try to crank it down a little bit. I gotta say, I'm excited for this. I've been waiting for this for a little while. So, as you can see from the die rotating in the corner down there, my understanding is that the systems and setting of this game are based on a Swedish tabletop RPG. It's apparently very popular over there.
Another day,
I'd never heard of it before.
Mission risking our necks for the Ark. You know, I ask myself, Ducks, why are you out here? And
you know why. The Ark's water pump is broken again, and Hammond said he needs more scrap to fix it.
yeah, well, we'd do it a lot better if he'd sent us somewhere with actual scrap to find.
Why do you have to be so annoying? Come on, we gotta head back before prep closes for the night.
Alright, so this is our game world. Here's our party here, these two.
Trust me, I'm
So we
not
can...
annoying.
Shut the hell up.
If somebody says you're annoying, by the way,
I can show you annoying.
just a little bit of life tip. If somebody tells you you're annoying, don't say, no, you're confused. I'm not annoying. You don't know what you're talking about.
You only told me that 9,000 times already, Borman.
So we can move around, we can move our party around here as a group. We can split up at any time if I just hit F. Whoever we're not controlling will just hang out for a little while. And then we can tap F to regroup. And when we get close to enemies, it'll transition like seamlessly into tactics mode, which I think is really cool. So we're just kind of looking around for scrap at the moment. We have our flashlight, which we can turn off to enter stealth mode, which makes us move slower, so let's not do that. And apparently I can hold Q to see the zone overview. I'm supposed to go that way. But like, what if there's treasure? What if I just looked around for treasure a little bit? Probably, this being like the tutorial area, they're not gonna have a bunch of secrets hidden all over the place. Alright, I guess we'll go in the direction of the objective. Now see, they are presenting us with this fork in the road, though. Oh, that doesn't actually go anywhere. Never mind. So when we get close to stuff, we can kind of take cover like this, and if we have one of our characters take cover, the other one will automatically split off. Hey, Borman, no, wait, Borman, hey, get back over here, man. Gotta apparently manually unhind him. Okay. Still getting the hang of the controls a little bit, as you can see.
The air stinks like mutants. Not just any mutants. Stalkers. Tight muscles. Good meat. I smell it too. Where there's stalkers, there's Ark. Where there's Ark, there's killing time for Skizix and Treble. Oh, they're close. Close. Over there. Come, brother. I'm on their trail.
So you can see that that circle on the ground is their awareness radius. If we go out of stealth mode, turn the light back on, you can see it grows quite a bit. We're just going to stay low here, and let's try to launch an ambush. So now we're in tactics mode. Combat is turn-based. Each stalker gets 2 action points per turn. If you've played XCOM, there's quite a bit of visual reference here to the newer XCOM games. Some actions, such as shooting, throwing, or sprinting, will end your turn once used. We got our 2 action points. We just need to move up and get a shot. So you can see here, the game's not not shy about telling you when you're going to get seen by enemies. We're just gonna run over here. Now, unfortunately, Borman, I believe, does not start the game with a quiet weapon. We have our scattergun and our stinger, which is a little bit better range, a little bit worse damage. You know, it's a shotgun and a pistol, right? So I'm just gonna get kind of close, and we'll just hang out for the moment. Dux has this crossbow, which actually is silent. So what we want to do is try to draw up pretty close to the enemy. You can see here, 50% chance to hit. I'm not okay with 50%. We got to do better than that. We got this close, we'd have 75. I can't actually reach this cover without alerting him, which obviously I am not interested in doing. Let's just sprint up to where we have the 75%. It's just a little bit too much movement to do in one turn, unfortunately. Low cover grants a 25% defense bonus, while full cover grants a 75. And of course, flanking negates the defense bonus of cover. So we can't really get any closer to him. I mean, 75% is pretty good, right? Maybe I'll just take the shot. Okay, and apparently his buddy did not notice that, and since we got a kill and we're not in combat yet, we got a kill and we're no longer in combat, we just drop back out. And I'm going to ambush again here, because we need to stop that guy before he walks any further to that side and sees Borman, which I'm pretty sure was about to happen. So see, I really like the way you can just kind of like dip in and out of combat really cleanly like that. It doesn't have to load to a different map or anything. What do we have here? 50%? We need to move a little closer. Yeah, apparently just a very, very little bit closer. Alright, well, let's try this again. Okay, the thing about 75%, if you're familiar with math at all, is that it is not 100%. So, you know, these things happen. We need to get up on this guy and really just let him have it. Really, only 75%, even from here. What about this other gun? The other gun only does 4 base damage, but the guy only has 4. I guess the problem is he's in cover, isn't he? He's not actually pressed up against it, but he is, yeah, I'm sure he is benefiting from a cover bonus. So, I mean, let's not stress too much about 75%, right? 75 is pretty good. I'm just going to move to right here, and we're going to let this dude have it. Oh no, he caught me sneaking. Whatever shall we do?
Bullseye.
Nice!
Yep, I get it. I get jokes.
Never seen ghouls
Alright.
this far south before. Right in our neighborhood. I don't like it.
Ooh. 50% chance to burn enemies. Ancient Fire Torch. When attached to any weapon, this will give a chance of shooting flaming projectiles. Good against flesh enemies. Yeah, as you might imagine. So we gotta upgrade weapons in Delta's workshop. Alright, well, I'm sure we'll get there soon. What do you have? Just some scrap metal. Okay, well, I mean, that is what we're out here for. Yeah, if we're gonna be sneaking around, I would prefer to be Dux so that we can more easily take our silence shots if we need to suddenly. What have we here? Okay. Scrap is just kind of a general currency, it seems like. When we get to the Ark, we'll be able to buy all kinds of cool stuff with it.
We got ourselves some ghouls. One of them looks like he ate a ghoul. We better get into ninja mode. Listen, turn off your flashlight. If we sneak by the water, they won't see us.
Enemies with a red skull are too high level for your team and will kill you. Avoid red skull enemies and explore the zone to find encounters that match your team's level. I assume we're getting XP from combat. We'll just we'll level up and then we'll come back and beat these guys up, right?
I will rip off their tiny stalker arms and
Wow.
beat their faces till they die.
That's
Faces
intense.
too ugly to beat. No one loves a stalker. Give me the stalkers. Let them come.
Ooh, hey, stuff.
Ark don't even love stalkers.
You know, that thing about how nobody loves me, is true, but you don't have to say it. It's very hurtful. So those guys are level 55. I assume we are level 1. That's probably in the upper left there. You can see 1 and a meter. I assume that is the bar of XP to level up. Maybe we're not going to come back and fight those guys. 55 seems like seems like it might take a minute to reach. But I really like the merging of the combat with the organic world.
The ark's up ahead. Home, sweet home.
Oh, I'm gonna kiss that elevator when I see it. Get upstairs, take a bath, get a grog with the boys, get another grog with the boys, foot massage. Oh, it's gonna be great.
Oh, and don't forget the grog with the boys. Alright, well, we're just gonna be real cautious here. And by real cautious, of course, I don't mean turning off the flashlight or actually being careful in any way, but just sort of walking around the edge of the area. Ooh.
Lived here and died here.
Nothing like a bunch of skeletons to put your mind at ease.
Yeah, wow, this is a grim sight. Oh, hey, loot. Use a medkit at any time to heal your stalkers. Healing outside of combat always refills you to full health. Okay. So health is a persistent resource. We are not going to heal easily. It will always have a cost, it seems. I bet if we get back to the Ark, we get refilled, but who knows how frequently we'll actually be going back. And yeah, I'm still looking around. You can never tell where stuff is like this. Hey, look. I would have missed this if we hadn't taken a second here. I don't know how important weapon parts are going to be. Given that we already have 10 of them, I suspect they're not super rare. Alright, well, I think probably the path is the way forward here. Yeah, I mean, I really like the environment art here as well. And honestly, this thing where, like, the darkness receding around you... Obviously, it's the fog of war for mechanics purposes. But it gives a real feeling of, like, creepy claustrophobia even in this open area, which I think is really cool.
Up ahead. Definitely feel a ghoul vibe coming off of it.
So we run in, guns blazing?
Too dangerous. If we're sneaky, we can get into a good position. A good position keeps us alive. Turn off your flashlight.
Alright, if you are undetected, you can scope out enemy positions and kill isolated weak enemies using silent weapons. This can tip the balance of a fight into your favor by reducing overall enemy numbers. Does seem important. Nothing worse than a fair fight, you know? Alright, how many enemies are we actually looking at here? I guess I probably want to get Borman... Hold on, let's split up. I'm going to try to get Borman kind of close and hide somewhere.
Take the ark. Taste the mutants. Love me some mutants. There we go. Rip their hearts. Crush their... Hey. Hear that?
Oh.
Hear that noise?
Oh.
I hear my stomach. Hungry. Kill.
Okay, maybe they didn't actually hear anything. That's just dialogue playing. NPCs freaking me out. Ooh, can we get up there? I don't know if high ground actually confers a bonus of any kind here, but, I mean, it does in almost every tactics game, right? Alright, let's put him right here. Hold on, is that guy gonna see me? No, it looks like he's not coming over here. I'm gonna switch back to Borman and see if we can't draw him a little closer. I would love to, first of all, get a nice flanking position, and secondly, have some idea how many enemies we're actually looking at here. It might be more than just the 3. Is that the same guy that we saw? Ooh, it might be. It might be this guy's just walking back and forth around the back of the house. Yeah, he totally is. Okay, well, let's get Borman into cover and then switch back. I think we can probably just kill that guy from up here. He's pretty far away from his friends. Once he patrols back to that side. Or maybe he's... Oh, here we go. So I assume if we kill him within the awareness radius of the other 2, it'll be bad. So I'm going to wait for him to walk outside of that circle, and then we're going to go. Good enough for me. Activating this unit will engage it into combat. Ignoring it will allow you to keep it hidden in the same location for later. I would like to activate this unit. Okay, 100%. Yeah, look at that. High ground. Take him. Okay, that was kind of loud.
Dealing, soul stealing, stalking machine, baby.
Alright, Ducks, calm down. When your Stalker team levels up, each mutant gains mutation points. Mutation points can be used to unlock powerful combat mutations. Okay, that looks pretty wicked. Or to improve your Stalker's stats. Alright. Mutations are either major, minor, or passive. Only one of each can be set in your loadout. Stat bonuses are permanent and are always applied. Your loadout can be changed in the inventory at any time outside of combat. Oh, that's nice. So, for Borman, it looks like the only stat boosts we have access to are health boosts. And we can afford one right now, or we can save up for Run and Gun, which it looks like is the is the same thing that Run and Gun does in XCOM, which is that it lets you use your weapons and stuff after double moving. This thing is always good. Every game that has this skill is great in. So I think we're probably going to go for that. Joker is a taunt, it looks like. Draw enemy attention to yourself. Alright, we're going to save up for Run and Gun first. Kills to recharge 2. Oh, okay, interesting. So they don't have like turn cooldowns. That's why it said that leaving combat doesn't recharge your skills. 'Cause I was thinking, well, if skills just have a cooldown like normal, then aren't they just going to recharge when out of combat over time anyway? But this is why, because you actually have to recharge them through violence. Okay, good to know. I think we're going to save Borman's point for now. Can we check out Ducks' thing? So Ducks can get health and movement and health and movement and health. A minor mutation, enhanced critical chance that allows you to... it's a special shot that guarantees a crit but has an accuracy penalty. Or knee shot, disable an organic enemy's movement for 2 turns. And then, I'm not super clear... I don't know if this represents that we have to have one of these skills to access the wings, or if we need to have them both. I kind of think that I want to go for knee shot anyway. Skull Splitter seems fine, but being able to keep enemies where we want them to be seems like it would be really useful. So I guess we're just saving all of our points here. We can see our inventory. Oh, I have grenades. Interesting. So we have a smoke grenade on you and a Molotov cocktail on you. We have backpacks, which probably... I don't know, we might have a limited carrying capacity or something. We might be able to upgrade our backpacks. We see our mutation slots here. Okay. And the zone map, which is remarkably useless. Very, very vague map. Alright, well, I guess we just ambush here again, right? Do I have range on that guy? I totally do. The other dude is certainly going to become aware when I do this, but I think Borman can probably handle him. Yep, that guy has some feelings. Yeah, I imagine he also saw that. Alright, Borman. 100% hit chance. Now, unfortunately, the scattergun does not do 6 damage. This thing will survive the shot. Well, we have a 30% chance of killing him. And if he doesn't die, then I guess we're going to find out how much damage enemies deal. Oh, 15%. You know what? We have a 30% chance to crit him while not discovered. The fact that he knows I'm here now has removed some of our bonus. Oh well, let's hope. Okay. Well, it looks like he's going to get a real turn. And probably a pretty easy shot. Oof. That's a lot. Bad news for him is that we can probably just move up to point-blank range and pop him here. So it seems like there's not a lot of different probabilities. It seems to step in 25% increments, which suggests to me that we are probably going to be able to get 100% shots relatively frequently, but probably that will be true for the enemies as well. Got ourselves a new grenade, so I can heal by using a med kit from the inventory, right? Okay, E, use my back. Alright. Oh, and we got a level up, so actually we can pick up Run and Gun, which I think is going to be very useful. Oh. Hey, Borman, dude, are you okay? Oh, yeah, he's fine. It was indigestion. I don't know what these guys eat, but it can't be well prepared or preserved. And we're just gonna keep saving up for knee shot over here. Seems like the levels actually come pretty quickly. Oh, hey.
Follow me.
Ducks, you want to maybe get over here? Be part of the thing? I guess I can turn on my light again. Hey, we got a boombox. It's an artifact. A strange talking box that hisses at you like a snake when powered on. Sometimes, depending on where it is placed, it will speak to you with beeps, whistles, or even faint voices. Includes a handy slot on the front for keeping things in. Alright, well, I think we're getting some idea of how previous human society is viewed here.
Look at this beauty. The ancients left a lot of ugly junk behind, but once in a while you see something like this. Wonder what these buttons are for.
Wouldn't touch it if I were you. I'm not kidding around. Lay off the buttons.
What's up your butt?
That's a bomb, all right. They used to call it a boom box. Touch that red button, and it goes boom.
Don't be pretending you know what any of this crap is. We'll bring it back to the Ark and show it to Prip. Ask him what it's worth on the black market.
What have we here? A Gaper. Ooh, that's an unfortunate name. This gas-powered cannon, humorously named after the type of damage it has been known to deliver, launches fat, chunky shells. What the Caper loses in subtlety, it gains back in power. Knock back most enemies. You know, I've always thought subtlety was overrated. Yeah, give me that. Of course I want that. Why would I not want that? How does that compare to my scattergun? One more point of damage, a little bit less likely to crit, and a little bit lower crit damage. Has to be reloaded more often. But if we're going to be running into enemies who have 6 base health, a weapon that does 6 damage would seem to be a wise choice. Also, it looks pretty cool. Alright, well, this was a very successful expedition now, I think. Just keep looking around the campsite here real quick. Did I actually loot the dead? I think I did. Yeah, I think we got everything here. Alright, well, let's figure out which way is forward. I mean, so far things have been pretty linear. Also, there's a lot of, like, weird giant bramble trees growing everywhere. So that does help to keep us on the path, I suppose. Did we get the loot from the guy that we killed around the side of the house? Yeah, I think so. Okay, I think we're cool. Wait, there's glowing over there. Wow, we were right next to this. Well, it's okay, we eventually got it. Here we have another broken gun. Seems like people are not caring for their weapons properly. Probably on account of them being too dead to do so. Well, come on, that's no excuse. Take care of your stuff. See, I really think, I really like the idea of the combat just occurring in the world proper.
When the ice melted, you said nothing. When the plague spread, you did nothing. When the nukes dropped, you became nothing. At least that's what the Elder says. But cheer up. You'll be happy to know that despite your mistakes, life remains. In a small settlement high above a raging river, people are living and thriving. We call it the Ark. The Ark is humanity's last outpost, a lonely island in an ocean of chaos. Within these walls, we help each other create a new civilization on the ruins of the old one, with the guidance of our leader, the Elder. The Elder tells us we're safe as long as we never leave, because outside these walls lies the Zone, the never-ending wasteland. A mass grave spanning the planet, littered with your crumbling monuments to your hubris and arrogance. What the Elder chooses not to tell us is our food and water supplies are running dangerously low. That's why he relies on Stalkers, adventurers who leave the Ark, explore the zone, and scavenge for precious resources. Stalkers are tough enough to resist the rot, and they got the smarts and the firepower to keep the zone ghouls at bay. Stalkers have to be more than human. That's me, Mr. More Than Human, aka a mutant. I look weird to you, but hey, you look weird to me. So let's leave it at that. If the Stalkers come back from the zone alive, the Ark survives another day. If the Stalkers don't come back, the legacy of mankind will be lost forever. At least, that's what the Elder says.
You know, given what our legacy appears to be, maybe it wouldn't be such a bad thing if it was lost forever. So I keep starting to express this thought and then getting distracted, either by the game or by my own short attention span. But I think the combat actually occurring organically in the world is really cool because of the uncertainty that it lends to each encounter. In a game like XCOM, where combat is like clearly demarcated, you know when it's combat time, you know when stuff is happening.
The elevator's up ahead.
There's a clarity to that I think, kind of loses something in terms of immersion. And also in terms of opportunity to use combat in cool ways and to generate tension. So I'm excited to see what this game does with the concepts that it has come up with here. Although this camera could use a little, if the wall objects would just like become transparent in a situation like this, that would be cool.
2 ghouls. See them?
Oh, yeah.
What are those rot heads up to? Wait. They're planning to ambush the elevator. We've got to stop them. Let's sneak around and see if there's others.
Yeah, right. Just engaging without intel is a bad idea. That is something I'm going to have to drill through my head here. I am definitely, at some point, going to do something foolish and get us killed. I'm not sure how the game will handle that. Also, I'm going to keep looking around. You know what I love is scrap metal. Hey, look at that. Okay, yeah, there's nothing else over here. But yeah, like the fog of war coming in as like a literal wall of darkness at the edge of our vision gives a real sense of danger, like a sense that this is a place where I am not safe. I like that a lot. Ooh, high ground. Alright, you know what? Foreman, you stay here. Hold on, let's just plant him behind this wall. Just trying to see. I do wish my movement speed was a little bit higher. Dux has that movement speed trait. I assume that just increases the number of spaces you get to move in combat, but maybe it'll also affect map move speed. Stalker Claire on note. It's a crying shame with this to barter. Delta would have surely given us the discount she mentioned. So here's the deal. A working spark machine lies to the east of the Iron Serpent within the scrap ruins. This was one of those devices for burning things together or whatnot. But of course, there's no silver lining without a fucking cloud above it. Them damn ghoul bastards who lurk in the ruins came out and chased us away before we could recover it. Next time, ghouls, we'll get you good. Okay, so east of the Iron Serpent, there is I'm assuming a blowtorch that apparently Delta would really like to have. Delta is the person who upgrades our weapons. Ooh, check that out. So I assume we want to do whatever it takes to get Delta happy. What have we found here? It's a snazzy visor. Okay, yeah, that's exactly the word I would have used for it. 25% added to weapon range. Can we... Oh, I like very much that the items actually appear on you. So everybody has a head and a body slot. A slot for an item. Or maybe slots for 2 different type of grenades with a third one unlockable. Okay. So it turns out it's totally safe in here, and I did not have to have Borman waiting so far back. Marauders moving around out there. That's making me a little nervous. He's probably by himself right now, though. Let's see if we can just handle that. I'm gonna get on top of the building. I really like the idea of being able to, like, track enemies around and take them out quietly, reduce the size of the enemy pack we eventually have to fight. It has a real sort of almost a Hitman vibe to it. And where did that guy go? And the claustrophobia of your very limited senses really adds to the tension of the combat in a way that I think is going to make getting these pick-off kills feel really good. It might be the case I could just be patient and wait for him to come back. I think I saw some movement up there. I wish I could get the camera lower. Alright. Maybe we need to get back down on the ground. I mean, I can take him out from the ground just fine. I have to get kind of close to him, but... Ow. Nope, never mind. He made an ow noise, but he didn't actually take any damage. Where the heck did that guy go? Oh. I could just take cover behind a tree or something? He's pretty close. I think we got him. I think we're going to have him here. 75%. Not wild about that. Maybe I could just wait here? Let me get a little closer? It's also possibly the case that I could just move forward a bit and... Like, if he becomes aware of me during my turn, but then I shoot him dead before he, like, does anything... I don't know if that will, like, reveal us to enemies in the area, if he'll get to shout or anything. I suppose this would be a good time to discover stuff like that.
Sorry about that.
So do we drop... Okay, we just drop right back out of combat. Okay. So as long as we deal with them the turn they see us, everything's fine. We lose the bonus to crit chance that comes from being hidden, but if our weapons are dealing enough damage to kill in one hit, that doesn't really matter. Alright, good to know. We're going to have to probably learn quite a few game mechanics by trial and error here. Awful lot of dead people. Either somebody else is out here killing these zone ghouls, or they're out here killing each other. They don't seem like super well-adjusted people to me. Totally could be the case that there's just a lot of infighting and a high rate of turnover. Well, it seems like this guy's alone. Oh. He moved toward me very, very slightly there at the last moment. I think he's alone. I think I just get him. Although I am seeing stuff on my radar up there at the top. I assume the size of the arrows is meant to tell me, meant to communicate distance. Alright, let's just step into combat mode here. Do I have him? Nope, I don't have him. We gotta get pretty close for it to be a 100% shot. Surprise! I assume at some point we're gonna stop seeing enemies that have only 4 health. And this is probably gonna get a little bit more difficult. Alright, well these two guys are definitely not...
Box opens.
Do not have any other backup.
Box goes in the Ark. We take their food, we take their guns. Mutants in the Ark. Too many, too many. Mutants are weak. We kill some fast, we kill some slow. But we kill them all. Box is coming. We kill them all.
Okay, so we're probably going to have to, Oops, that's not what I wanted. Hey, Borman, get over here. I did not mean to enter combat. I meant to switch back to Borman. I totally pressed the wrong button there. Ducks, you should probably just chill for the moment. If I move here, I will alert them. So we're just going to chill. What do these buttons do? Okay, I have Overwatch, as you might imagine. I do have my ability to smoke them. Can't see much value in that one. I could just drop us out of combat here, but I'm gonna going to hit end turn, and then we'll start up a new turn. So I'm going to have Dux light this dude up, and then Borman is going to try out his new weapon. The weapon that we dare not speak the name of for fear of getting demonetized. I mean, I have the 100% from right here. No reason to sacrifice all my cover.
Serves you right.
I don't know who he's yelling to. We know there's nobody else around. Only 75% from here. Well, it looks like it's the best shot we're getting this turn. Oh no, that's right. It's not necessarily the best shot we're getting this turn, because we could run and gun. See, it's interesting that it, oh, I didn't actually end the turn. Well, whatever. We're gonna run and gun. Some mutations lock once used and require a set of enemy kills to unlock. That's probably a good system. Because otherwise, with the ability to drop in and out of combat at will, you could just wait out cooldowns.
And stay down.
And look at that, we're already halfway there.
You are the shit.
Thanks, Dux. I was feeling pretty good about it myself, but it's nice to hear it from somebody else. An ancient sight. Ooh. Iron sight from a war that predates the Ark. Old but sturdy. Increases the range of whatever weapon it is mounted on. Chronicler Dementus. I don't know that I would trust the chronicling of a guy who's got Dementus in his name, but alright. I suppose we gotta live with what we can get here.
Over here.
Asses. Does Dux have more than one ass? I mean, you know, mutation's a weird thing. I think we might be clear, though. We certainly haven't seen any more enemies. Just take a quick look around for stuff like that. That right there. Exactly that sort of thing. Well, I'll tell you what. We are loaded up. Also, we keep finding awesome before-time treasure. Hey, armor. Heck yeah. Probably we want to put that on Borman. My suspicion is he's the one who's going to be taking all the fire. So a little bit of extra health and a little bit of armor, which I assume functions as straight damage reduction. We will see if that is the case or not. Probably sometime soon. And I think that's where we're going. Nope, this is where we're going. Where does this gate go then? Can I open this? Nope. I am locked out of that area until I have completed the tutorial. I assume. Well, we'll just take a quick look over here and then we'll jump in the elevator. Thoroughness is important. Alright, I think we're good. Well, let's go and meet Delta and have that person turn one of our weapons into an occasional flamethrower. Sounds like a pretty good way to go to me. Although I suspect that an enemy that is on fire is also an enemy that is no longer being quiet.
The elevator. He says he doesn't have a second to lose. The mission's too important. Our mission, he says, is a man. And that man is Hammond. Everyone in the Ark knows Hammond, respects him. He's our lead, gearhead, going farther into the zone than anybody else, bringing back the machines that help us survive. He knows how to keep those machines running, how to fix them when they fall apart. Hammond keeps the Ark's heart beating. The Elder says 3 nights ago Hammond took his team of Stalkers and headed north, not telling anyone why. They haven't come back. I've never seen the Elder this shaken before. It scares me. He tells us Hammond has a remote cabin in the north that could yield some clues to his location. Me and Dux never patrolled that far before, but the Elder says he has faith in us. He believes in us. So, this mission we accept. Go to Hammond's cabin, search for clues, then find Hammond and bring him back alive. The fate of the Ark depends on it.
Does this mean that we don't get to walk around town yet? Are they throwing me? Yep, they're throwing me right back out. No, it's... Our mission objective is still return to the Ark. I guess let's see here, because I would really like to see exactly what the deal is with like the upgrade systems and everything. Okay, yeah. So let's start with Delta's Fix Pit. We have a thing or two that could be attached to our weapons.
Want to know how this goes down? For the right price, I fix and upgrade your shitty gear. Any questions?
No, that's pretty straightforward things. So, what is the cost to mess with stuff? I want to upgrade the range of the crossbow, probably. So, let's say I wanted to put this scope on here. And then, okay, so we can also just level the weapon up at the cost of weapon parts. Or no, okay, yeah, we can buy the weapon part upgrades. Attachments go on for free, it looks like. We can also throw on this this broiler. I'm not sure that I want to do that with this gun. Yeah, we're probably good this way. I just would like this thing to be able to do the full 4 damage from further away. And then, if we're gonna talk about setting enemies on fire, probably that's more of a stinger sort of application. Borman can already do pretty good damage. The stinger is quite a bit better than the crossbow, so each one of them has one. I guess we'll upgrade Dux's stinger as well. That's already level 2. Yeah, we'll just throw the broiler on there. I don't think Borman needs any combat help. He has this thing. This thing seems to be handling the job all right.
Take it easy.
Apparently upgrades are going to be like really expensive, so we gotta be always on the lookout for weapon parts.
After a killer day in the zone, you know you can always come to Prips for some high-quality grog. You want to get loaded? Order a shot. No butane, no bleach, only natural ingredients. I also dabble in a little antiquity trading. So if you find any cool artifacts out in the wasteland, bring them to me and I might give you something in return. Comprende?
Okay. So I have 1 artifact point available. Unlocks an extra... Oh. Yeah, shop upgrades. That sounds pretty good. Get those discounts as early as possible. I would, in fact, like to exchange an artifact for this thing. So this is another skill tree to upgrade.
Cheers!
Right, now that we've got a discount for the shop, I suppose we ought to stop in here. What exactly can we exchange our scrap for?
Stalkers want gear that keeps them alive. I, Iridia, provide the gear. See anything you like, just let me know. There is one rule. Don't ever pull my chain. If you pull my chain, I'll feed your ding-dongs to a zone wolf. Got that?
Wow.
Beautiful. Happy shopping.
Listen, we're all on the same team here. It doesn't have to be like that. So right now we have a Molotov and a smoke grenade. You know, I do really like explosives that destroy enemy cover. Also have access to a pipe gun, which seems like a really cool thing, unfortunately, that we just don't quite have the scrap for. And we could buy another sight. I guess for now, since it's what we can afford, let's pick up a couple of these grenades. Feels like a lot of scrap. I'm gonna buy them both.
Later, Gator.
No, I'm a duck. I can see how you could get confused. The nose is sort of long and flat. I guess they're pretty similar.
My home will always be a haven to you, brave stalkers. After your journeys, pay me a visit, and I'll offer you some guidance, perhaps a story, to help you become wise and strong.
Seems like the Elder has maybe seen better days.
Farewell. Remember your elders' this guidance.
I'll tell you what, as soon as you give me some, I will totally remember it. Probably. I guess we're heading back out. We have a thing to do. We gotta investigate Hammond's cabin. There's a scary, unexplored location over here. So if I start expedition, travel to Hammond's cabin, yeah. How much fast travel do we actually get to do? Do I get to skip the Ark outskirts entirely? I'm hoping that we don't have to walk through every map every time. Okay, yeah, it looks like it will let me just skip maps that I've already cleared. Okay, well, I think this is probably a pretty good place to stop for the moment. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. The plan with this series is for there to be a new episode every weekday until we complete it, but there might be an extra one or two these first couple of days as we really sink our teeth in here. So, come back next time to figure out what happened to this man Hammond, and we'll see you then.